and welcome back to our Bible story time. I'm so glad that you're here. We're reading from the Lectionary Story Bible by Ralph Milton, and we're grateful that Ralph has given permission for his stories to be used during this time. Today we're reading a story called The God with No Name, and it's based on the book of Acts, chapter 17, verses 16 to 31. Paul really wanted everyone to know. Jesus came to show us how to live God's way, he said. Paul traveled to many different countries. He told the story of Jesus to anyone who would listen to him. One day, Paul was in the city of Athens, which is in Greece. He walked around looking at all the interesting things. Paul noticed that there were a lot of statues with names on them. The god of thunder, or the god of war, or the god of food. There were many others. But the sign on one of the statues said, "To the God with no name." Paul wondered why people would have a statue for a god they didn't know. Whenever Paul saw people standing or sitting together, Paul would talk to them. "Can I tell you about my friend Jesus?" he would ask. "Jesus showed us how to live God's way." Some of the people just got angry. "Go away, you're a stranger. We don't want to listen to you talk about your God." But some of the others said, "What you're saying is interesting. If we get people together, will you come and talk to us? We want to know about your friend Jesus." Many people gathered. Paul spoke in a loud voice so everybody could hear. "My friends, you live in a beautiful city. As I was walking around, I saw that you have a lot of statues of gods. You have a god of thunder, you have a god of war, and a god of food. You have so many different gods." Then I saw a statue that said, "The God with no name." Well, I have a nice surprise for you. I can tell you about that God. The God with no name is the God who made everything. This God made the stars and the moon. This God made the world and everything that's in it. This God even made you and me. Do you want to know something else? This God is the only God. Those other gods you made are only statues. They are only pretend gods. Here's the best part. I have a friend named Jesus. Jesus came to show us just what God is like. This God is like a parent, like a very loving mother or father. Jesus showed us that this God loves you and me. This God loves every person in the whole world. You can never make a statue that looks like God, even if it's a beautiful statue made of gold and silver and covered with diamonds. If you want to know what God is like, then I will tell you the story of Jesus. Most of the people of Athens didn't like what Paul told them. "We like our own gods," they said, so they went away. But some of them stayed. "Tell us more about Jesus," they said. "We want to know how to live in God's way." I'm so glad that you're here for our story time today, and I look forward to having you here and joining us tomorrow. Bye for now.